Very good morning to everyone. As there was a continuous request from my student across the world to start the Python programming training, after a long research, I decided to conduct this training now. Right. So the Python is very much important in day-to-day life of automotive engineers today. It is used to test the hardware modules, that is network communication module based on CAN, LIN, MOST, flux rate, TCP IP. That means Ethernet. So for that, this language is used, right? So hence, as there is multiple requests, many requests from India, some requests from Germany. So then we decided to start. Then it was in my thought process, like we will do that in later point of time, something like that. But as there is a continuous demand for this training, I decided to start the same now, right? We all know that the Python is very famous programming language used for developing desktop and web application right now. The same has been used widely in automotive industry for module testing, right? We are going to explore that programming language in detail in this training. That is the goal of the training, right? But mostly I want to make the training more interesting to an automotive engineer, because as your software is mostly related with the automotive field, so we want to frame the training also having more details how to use Python in automotive industry right now. Then, as an introduction, we all have to know what is this one, what is Python programming language. When there are other programming language in the market, one of the traditional programming language that we have is C++. Then we have C#, Java. Like that, we have plenty of programming language. What is the advantage that we get via Python, right? Let me give some advantages that we have in a Python as an introduction. Then we will proceed to explore it. The Python is popular open source programming language with a broad range of application, including the standalone apps and scripts. So mostly the people, when it is Python program, they won't call it as a Python program. Instead, they say it as a Python script. It is something like a scripting language, right? So as it is something like it uses interpreter to understand interpreter to execute a standalone that is standalone instructions, and you can write scripts, and you no need to involve in any building, compiling and building linking process. You just write the program and you can give it to Python virtual machines that will run it, right? So as it is that much easy to work with Python, it got a very great popularity right now. So if you take other programming language like C, C++, you have to follow a step like source file, then compilation, from compilation to linking, then building. Like that it will go. But here it is not the case. Write a program and execute it. That's all. Then another advantage with that we have with Python is it is free and portable. Portable means actually the Python code script that you have written it in Windows can be executed in a Linux machine, Mac OS, without any even a single change. So you just copy and paste it so that you can execute there. right? So it is a platform independent language, and the people say that it is powerful. For in order to say that as a powerful, they list a lot of point. Because of this, it is powerful, something like that. We will explore them in the later point of time. As far as I am not much interested on the term the Python is powerful. Instead, but it is very easy to use. There is no much steps in building it, and there are a lot of libraries available to interact with the communication ports. Those things are important for a automotive engineer to use Python, right? So also it should be easy to use it. Like there should not be a proprietary ID to use, and then there is no limitation of licenses, and there is no complex syntax involved, right? So it's very simple to use. That is why it become popular. The Python's emphasis on developer productivity and software quality has shown to be a strategic benefit for programmers in all sphere of the sound industry. So, as the language is very easy to use, which doesn't involve much steps, there is no a complex syntax. So the program that you write in C, no, it may have 1,000 steps. When it comes to Python, it can be accomplished in few steps, right? So there's no the structured syntax to be used. So here it is more flexible, and it is very easy to use. Those are the merits of Python to become popular. Okay, no, those are the merits. Because of that, the Python become popular, right? So it is not like independent of whether it is a small project or big project. You can use Python everywhere. So you can develop the desktop application as well as the web application using Python without any issues. Right. The Python is widely used in automotive industry for testing. Automotive industry require a lot of automations, and a lot of hardware interactions are required while they are doing testing. For that, Python becomes a very great fit. See, we do have an other programming language that is widely used in automotive industry for testing is CAPL, that we all know, a communication access programming language from Vector. That is very popular, and it is proprietary one, right? So when you want to use Vector tools, we have to pay some license fee for them and to buy their hardware. Their software will work only with their hardware. So there are a lot of licensing limitations, and we have that again. The tool is very pricey. So these are the things that limits usage of CAPL and Keno in automotive industry. As an alternative, whatever that we achieve in CAPL, no, that is no, you can achieve possibly most of them using Python. That's why industry prefer to go to Python. Right now, the people are exploring the every opportunity to use the Python for automotive testing. Right. That is the reason why many of my students, those are working in different part of the world, are continuously asking, like I am getting this request for the past some 2 years. They are demanding, sir, when are you going to start Python batches? We are willing to join in that. So it is a time now. I believe this is the right time to start the training so that we can explore how to use Python in automotive for testing, right? That is not only testing, for everything. We can explore those things in this training right now. So then we have to list reason why we choose Python. Why don't it is C#? or Perl, or other languages we have no, C++, Java. Why we choose Python? There are many reasons why people are using Python in software industry. In my view, I just filtered out some of them that is suitable, or that matches the automotive industry requirement. Automotive industry require a free tool to test. The Python is free for that. Easy to program. The automotive engineers require very simple programming interface, so it should not be complex for them to learn. In that sense, the Python is the right fit for them. The third, the support of libraries, because automotive industry works with a lot of network protocols, serial communication protocol, and then USB, TCP IP, CAN, Morse, FluxRay, like that. They have plenty of network bus system to which they used to work with, right? So the language should support that one. There should be a ready-made library available to drive those communication port. The Python has it. That's why they are interested in this one. So the support libraries to work with different communication standard like RS-232, USB, and TCP IP and CAN are available. And then the component integration. Again, one another thing that automotive industry expect is controlling a software from another software, controlling one software module from another software module. That is very, most of the cases, even in vector tools, we have this COM support, right? So they look for that one. So the reason why they say like, we can develop a simulation model in MATLAB, and then we want to export that details or commands from the MATLAB to the network analysis tool. Right, they want to do some things in LabVIEW, and then they want to they want to control, they want to interact with the network analysis software. So in those cases, there needs to be a communication between software. So for that, this is like a common object model. I think it is from Microsoft. Microsoft has its own method to interact in between software systems. So that support to control a software from Python is very easy. For that, the libraries are available. Right. As we have this feature, again, the software industry, automotive industry has interest on this language. Finally, the portability. So automotive industry, some of them are using Linux-based modules. We have, when it comes to audio unit, navigation unit, or telematic unit. In those cases, the people prefer the Linux OS because it is very cheap and it is open source, and other reasons they go for it. The language that when we want to test those modules, there should be a language which is supported in that operating system, like in the Linux or Unix. Right. That is possible when you go for Python, right? The Python can be, the code that you write in Python can be ported in between Linux OS and Mac OS and Windows OS. No problem. It is platform independent, right? Those are the reason that I feel the people to go for Python in automotive industry. Other than that, there are many. And some people say it is very powerful, and then it increases the productivity, this, that, and all. There is a big list of the benefit of using Python. But for me, I personally believe these are the core reasons for the automotive industry to show much interest on this language. Right, that is the thing. Then how to get Python? When you want to have Python, you can get it from python.org. It is a website. From there, you can download and install the Python software, right? Python language. So I'm going to demonstrate how to download it and install in our PC in order to work with Python right now. For that, let me go to python.org. So this is the website. You can download Python latest version of Python by going to download and then all releases. I think there is a note that one cannot be used in Windows 7 or earlier. So they have some sort of notification. If you want to see a full list of download, you can click here. So here they have download Python 3.112.4. Maybe it is a stable release, right, for Windows. So I'm going to directly download it by hitting this button. So they are downloading that. I think I have a setup file now. Just I go there and let me run it from my download folder. So install now. So new to Python, start with online tutorial. What is new in this release? Using disable path length limit, change your machine configuration to allow the including Python to bypass 260 characters. I think this is an, they used to say, yes. After doing it, I just close it. So I believe that's all. These are the simple steps that we can do to install Python. But whether the Python is successfully installed or not, that we have to verify now. To verify that, I just go to command prompt and I open command prompt. I type Python. It looks like they are searching and they are not finding it. There is no, that is, there is no Python. They see like there is no Python install. They are saying like you have to install it from the App Store. But we have installed. Let me check whether we have installed. The other is respective software is installed in this folders. For that, I go to the installation C colon. Okay, this is the file location where the Python installation is stored. Like user, that is users, and then user specific name, AppData, local programs, Python, and then respective version name, right? This is how here only the complete, that this is the location where your Python installation is stored. This may vary to PC as my username will be different, but the remaining thing like AppData, local, and other things are same. Previously, they used to store these things under the program 86 or program files directory, but I believe there is a change in that one. So we have to migrate to this a new location right now. So I have in my PC the Python is installed, but when I try to invoke that in the command prompt, it says there is no Python. Why it is? The reason behind that is we didn't configure the path of the Python installation in the environmental variable. So that if you configure that, so you can easily call Python. You can open Python from any directory. In command prompt, you can invoke the Python from anywhere. So in order to achieve that step, I just copy this path, right? And then I go to, I think this PC and properties. I think there is something called as advanced system testing setting. Here environmental variable. There we have path. Right. We have to edit that. Right. So here we have to paste that one. Right. Done. So once you have done that, the stage is set now. We can invoke Python from command prompt itself. But you have to close command prompt once and open it again. Let me close it and open it again. So now I type Python here. Interesting. Still it search. Interesting. Still it search for Python. Why it is so? I said the direct path, no? Right? We have a Python application is here. Hmm? Hmm. Let me check whether I configured the path properly. Oof, properties, advanced system testing, setting, environmental variable. We have to do it here, not there. So I did that. And then I click OK. Close it. Right. That's all. This much easy it is to install. Let me sum up the steps. Go to python.org, download. Let me write down so that it will be helpful to you. Go to python.org, download latest binary and install. Set path to installation directory. Usually installation directory will be this one, like C:, users answer. Right here, the answer can be replaced as username. Right. Remainings are same. Right. So you have to give your Windows username. So that's all. The moment you set that, you will get the installation. Right. Okay. Now we have Python installed in our PC. The next step is how Python programs are run by Python. In order to program in Python, you have to create a file called, you have to type your programming instruction in a file with an extension .py. When they used to call that as a source script, that can be given to a, what do you say, the Python compiler or interpreter or something like that. That will convert your source code into compiled Python code, which is in terms of byte code. So you will have the output from that interpreter is PYC, compiled Python files. Then that will be given to Python virtual machine that will execute your bytecode, right? No, so it works in that way. There is no make files, or there is no compilation, building, linking. Those steps were not there, right? The source to PYC, bytecode to runtime. That's all. So it works in that way. The PVM, the Python virtual machine, is the one which is the key to execute your code, right? Now, in that way, the Python is converting is program to executable statements, executable action, right? Okay, how to run a simple program in Python? So we can give a Python introduction itself for a number of days. From my view, that doesn't, maybe you can explain about Python is that, Python is this for so many days, but that is not going to help. So unless you practically achieve something using that language, it is my understanding or my way of dealing things right now. So that's why we are going to write a program now, simple program in Python, and going to execute that right now. So in order to execute the Python provides you a interactive prompt or an interpreter. So you can type the program statement there. You will get immediately, it will be executed immediately and will get the result. That is how the interpreter works. So it's just like a translator. So it get the programming instructions and one by one, and immediately it gives the result. So it works in that way. So how to get Python interpreter or command interactive prompt? It's very easy. Just type, go to command prompt and type Python. So that now we are in that, what is it? Interactive prompt. So now we can do that. So as a first day of what do you say? We have some problem statement in front of us. Let us try them. Those are something related to the automotive industry. So we are going to do that homework and going to learn the Python in parallel, right? So here they have said the problem statement one is declare a variable to store Cori speed of the car. Right now, we are those who did course with us in what do you say, like automotive system system, they know that how we declared the variable to store Cori speed. Right now, what is first of all declaration? Declaration means allocating the memory for to store something in the hard disk of the computer, or the memory of the module right now. So that is called as declaration. That means allocating the memory to store a quantity which used to vary right now. The Cori speed is a set speed in an ACC vehicle right now. The set speed in which that we are asking the module to run the vehicle, right? To store that vehicle, we have to declare a variable. The variable name can be Cry speed, and they are asking us to declare it. How to do that declaration in Python? When you want to declare a variable in other programming language like C sharp, we have to use data type int. We have to specify which data type that entity is. I cannot declare a query speed as string and can store an integer. I cannot declare a query speed as integer and then I can store a string. That's not possible. But in case of Python, you don't need to bother about the data type at all. It is handled by the Python itself. Based on the input value that you give, according to that, they define the data type for that entity. Right now, so declaration is very easy in Python compared to other languages. So as they asked me to declare a variable for query speed, it is very easy just to type queries speed. I think there is query speed equivalent to, for example, I said some 70. That's all. Now, if I want to query what is my query speed is, whether my declaration and allocation initialization is done properly, you can just type queries underscore speed. That's all. They will give 70. Right. Whether the query speed is an integer or a string data type, obviously it is integer. How they are defining the integer data type? It is defined based on the input value. Right now. So as you give 70 as input to that, you are getting it. Okay. The second thing is print measured vehicle speed on the screen. So we have a vehicle speed, some measured vehicle speed. We have to print that. Right. So in case of CAPL, we use a write statement to print. In case of C, we use a printf statement to print. In case of different language has different statements, print statement, right? Here in Python, in order to print something on the screen, you can use print, right? As it is a function, there should be an open in parenthesis. Within that, you can put like what is it? You have to put your vehicle, whatever the things that you want to print. So first of all, we have to define the vehicle speed, right? Vehicle. In order to define vehicle speed, I just type vehicle speed is equal to some 80. My vehicle speed is 80 now. Right. Otherwise, let me make it to 60. That's all. Now, when I want to query what my vehicle speed is now, I can just say, type the variable name. It is 60. So now we have two variables. One variable is the query speed, another one is the vehicle speed, right? My aim is to print the vehicle speed on the screen. To print that, you can use interactive prompt. Just to type the variable name. That will give the vehicle speed. The other way around is use print statement. The measured vehicle speed is, you can use format identifier as you do in other programming language like C sharp. Then, but here in C, we used to give comma and then the entity name. No, here it is like percentage, then the variable name. That's all, right? Shall we check? Let us check. Measured vehicle speed is 60. That's all. So this is how you have to print the things that you want to print on the screen. Print the error between actual speed and Cruise speed. Now we have to print the difference between the actual error between the actual speed and the Cruise speed. How to print that in Python? It's very simple. Use print the error is %d persons, right? Then we have to vehicle underscore speed, otherwise vehicle underscore speed minus Cruise underscore speed. So we are finding the difference of those two, and we just print that as an error. But here we have used a expression. We have did a computation, right? And then we print the result using print. Again, one other thing that you have to notice, in Python, there is no terminator, sentence terminator and all. So after typing the sentence, just press an enter so that will become a sentence terminator. Okay, here they are showing some error. They say like vehicle speed is not defined. Maybe I have done a typo error. Instead of vehicle, I did a vehicles, something like that. So it should be vehicle, right? Unsupported operator minus str and int. Vehicle speed, Cruise speed, right? So it's showing error. Let me investigate. Vehicle underscore speed, Cruise underscore speed, vehicle underscore speed minus Cruise underscore speed. I think it is showing error. Maybe I think how to subtract. Maybe I think we are expecting a parenthesis here. Yes. So we have to put a parenthesis in between the entity. So the error is %d, which is nothing but the computed result, vehicle speed minus Cruise speed minus 10. So the minus 10 is the error. So this is how we have to program in Python. So this is very simple. I have used a simple things to first kickstart the Python training. Slowly, we will explore the things in detail in upcoming session. Thanks, team. Thank you for watching. Let me catch you with another another session with more detail. Thank you. Thank you for watching.